Do you ever fall so hard for a design trend that you know you absolutely have to have it regardless of how much work it's going to create for yourself? The moment I saw this gold dining room in our new home, I knew exactly what I wanted this space to be. After using this room basically as storage for the last year, I was ready to get to work. This wall is the only wall in the house that does not have slanted ceilings, windows, or doors on it. It's the only solid wall that I had to work with for this statement arch that I really wanted to do. To get that arch, I actually had to build out the wall with the arch in it, and I wanted it to be functional as well. I feel like there's nothing better than functional design. So I incorporated these pocket doors for wine storage, and so I had to factor that into the frame as I built it. I didn't want to lose a lot of square footage, so I knew the wall couldn't be very deep, but I also knew it had to at least fit a wine bottle on its side. So I ended up using 1x6 boards for the exterior of the cabinet and then 1x4 boards on the inside where the wine bottles actually sat. Wine bottles, wine glasses, little cups, they fit really nicely in there. If you were to tell me that I'd never have to drywall another day in my life, I would be okay with it. Mudding can definitely be therapeutic at times, but don't let that fool you. Drywall is an art and it is not easy. I was going for a very modern European vibe with this whole space, and I felt like the darker wood tones helped me achieve that. I'll show you in a second where I added even more of it. I was really excited to use Roman clay for the first time. I think it just adds so much texture and movement to a space. I do have to say, it was very therapeutic up to a certain point, but I would say after the first coat, I had carpal tunnel and I did 3 layers. As much as I loved the minimalistic modern look of the Roman clayed arch, I knew it was missing something. Our home is very traditional. I would say that I'm turning it into being more modern transitional, but either way, this room was not fitting the rest of the house. I felt like a coffered ceiling was a good traditional element to tie it in with the rest of the house, and I knew that if I could do it in the dark wood stain, that it would help kind of balance out the dark wood from the arch. I did get some backlash when I shared the video of the ceiling. A lot of people love the ceiling as much as I do, but a bunch of people also said that they are tearing out these ceilings in their home and that I just sent my home back through time and made it ugly. I am totally okay with that feedback. I know my style is not for everyone. What matters is that we love it, and it really does add so much for the space. I think it was the perfect addition. Return air vents are such an eyesore, but I know they're necessary, so I built my own little grate to go over top of it, painted it white before I installed it. I made sure that it's removable so that whenever we need to access that return air vent, we can. I wanted wine storage on the wall, so I used these acrylic pegs, which I love. I actually want to add more. This is the room you basically walk into when you walk in our front door, and I just feel like it gives a totally different vibe than that gold room did when you first walked in.